Hi, Simon Dixon here, CEO and founder of banktothefuture.com. I'm here reporting from the Institute for Social Banking, and I'm now here with Judith from Triodos Bank. And Triodos Bank is a bank in the social banking space, am I right?
Exactly, yes.
Excellent. Okay, well, why don't you just share for the viewers what actually is a social bank?
What a social bank is? Well, the general objective of a social bank, I would say, is that it is focused towards human development, so that it would use money as an instrument to finance or invest organizations, projects, initiatives which contribute to human development in general.
Okay, and what's human development? What does that mean?
That's interesting in a way that I think you can explain human development in a very broad sense.
Yeah.
And Triodos Bank has been defining human development as also quality of life.
Okay.
Well, yeah, in some sense, but I would believe that there are more possibilities. I mean, Triodos Bank focuses on, let's say, the individual development of society and care for society, and care for the environment, let's say.
Okay, so let's take a step back. I'm a customer. I use a bank. I've just heard of this thing called a social bank. I really like the thought of my money going somewhere where it's actually doing something. How does it actually work?
Yeah, which then you pointed out another interesting thing is that the objective of focusing on human development, let's say that's one principle. I would say another principle is transparency. Well, you would like to know where your money is used for, let's say. Huh? So, and that we and also other social banks would like to show what the money is used for. So
I get it. So when I sign up for an account as a customer, I'm going to put some money on deposit with your bank. Do I get an input on where that money actually goes, or I actually know where that money goes?
Yeah, you actually already can inform yourself on our website.
Yeah.
We have a website, and it is an international website because we're a European bank. So all projects we finance in Europe, but also outside of Europe, they are published on our website. So you can, with Google Maps, that's an application, you can even view which neighbor project is financed by Triodos Bank.
Okay, so you actually, I mean, I've never, I mean, with most people with their bank, they don't even know their money's being used for something. But once we realize that, we can actually see exactly what our money's being used for, where it's being lent, which I can see is very attractive. What would you say to people, and why would they choose a social bank over an ordinary bank?
I think there are various reasons to do so. First of all, we are, let's say, a full operating bank. So we have savings accounts, loan accounts. We can even provide you with a private mortgage. Just in a way, we are, let's say, a full operating bank. And
so
I think
you
it's
have
important.
the same banking license as all the other major banks?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly the same license.
Yeah, indeed. So we are in, let's say, we offer the core basic banking products, and no frills. Let's say no. We don't. It's very directly oriented.
Okay, so we're not going to see this going into some collateralized debt obligation that's proprietary trading with an investment bank.
No, it's actually very easy. We offer a savings account and a current account, let's say, and that money what you put as a private person or an organization on that account is used to finance companies which contribute, or organizations which contribute to, let's say, human development in general.
Okay,
but that's one. But for example, the second is that if you would like to be more risk taken, you can also invest in investment funds. But that investment funds is also directly related to let's say a major objective. For example, you have culture funds, green funds. If you invest your money into a green fund, the money goes to support or invest into into cultural initiatives.
And can you get a competitive return? Is it similar to what you could get if you're investing in, I guess, unethical practices or a combination of practices?
I would suppose that differs, let's say, in general. our objective is to be competitive, and I actually believe is that if you invest in sustainability, at the end the return is better than if you're not. Let's say.
Okay, so this isn't just airy fairy, let's be good to the world stuff. This is actual, just as well. Obviously, you can't say and guarantee any kind of returns, but the past has shown. And the future projections are that this is just as competitive, if not better, than normal investments.
For example, we have the microfinance fund, which you can invest into. Let's say you can invest your money, and that money is used to finance MFIs, so microfinance institutions. Yeah. And that has been one of the best performing funds.
Share with us, for maybe someone's not heard of what microfinance is. What is microfinance?
Microfinance is well, you have microfinance, let's say, institutions which provide loans to private persons or businesses, usually businesses, which are a very small amount of money, and generally it is targeted to businesses or persons who did not have access to money before, because they could not provide collateral, for example, or because there was no infrastructure, for example.
So is there a reason why they didn't get loans? I mean, are they less likely to repay their loans?
Well, I would say the main reason is that, first of all, let's say that you might question, well, usually the more, let's say, the underside of society, let's say the poor, that's an ugly word. Let's say to businesses which are
in developing countries.
In developing countries, so really basic businesses, and there simply may not have been an infrastructure that they could borrow money, for example. But it could also
lending to them, is that a huge risk?
Well, yeah, but you have possibilities that you can share the risk. And basically why they could not get a loan is because they could not provide collateral. I mean, they did not own a house where they can put a mortgage on so they can borrow money, for example, or there are no guarantee funds. So what has been done is that finance has been provided to, for example, a group of people. So together you are responsible. So as you as an individual, you really are going to pay back that money. Otherwise, the other people in the group will pressure you because they are responsible as well. So you create actually a collective responsibility. That's one example.
I'm sold. I buy this concept. I like the idea of my money doing something useful and me being able to direct and even see where that money is actually going. But what I might be concerned about is is this going to be an inconvenience to me compared to my normal banking? So let's look at what we do every day. Can I take cash out of a normal cash machine like everybody?
Yeah.
Do I get a card that has Visa or MasterCard on it?
Yeah, you can use it all over the world.
And we can use it anywhere?
Yeah.
So I'm on holiday and my card's got stolen. Can I ring any time and cancel that card?
Yes, 24 hours, yes.
24 hours, and so there's 24 hours customer service?
Well, there's 24 hours. If your card is lost and you need to block it, then you can block it at every single time. It's just, if you want to reorder one, then you should call, let's say, within, let's say, office hours, let's say. But I would say what the advantage is at Triodos Bank is that we do have people at the phone who are employed by the businesses and who are really good informed about what is happening and what we offer, let's say. So it's not outsourced to.
So you mean I'm actually going to be able to speak to somebody that directly deals with I'll tell you what, that's probably how banking used to be. When you used to have a bank manager, you used to have a relationship, they understood what you're doing. Do you have good relationships with your customers? Yeah,
sure. Well, I'm an account manager in business banking, and I have a portfolio of about 70 clients, which I take care of. I regularly get in contact with them to inform how they are doing, about how their relation or how their project is evolving, visit them even to see how the project is it started off, for example, or is developing. And that is really, to be honest, a fun part of the job, to first of all have customer or have a prospective a customer coming in. They have a mission, they have a dream, they really want to realize something in real life. well, yeah, and then as a bank, I have the possibility to facilitate them to really get started, and then at the end to really see that that they have been succeeded and the project is successful. I mean, that's the most wonderful thing you can observe as a bank.
Sure. Well, I mean, I meet many bank managers, and you know, I mean, their jobs just don't sound exciting. They don't get to see projects all the way through. They don't seem like they're very passionate about what they actually do, because I mean, it's just numbers going through at the end of the day. But this sounds like your job is very different. You have a lot of passion with your customers.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and I feel that, let's say, among my colleagues, we came to work for Triodos Bank not so much because we love, let's say, the interest rates, but because we have a passion to keep or to facilitate. Let's say sustainable or businesses, you know, focused on let's say general development of human development, social development, or whatsoever. And if a business plan is coming in and it is a really good initiative, we really get excited. Let's say, oh, this is really nice, and hey, look at this, and how wonderful. So we are. I would say quite passionate in the projects we finance.
Okay.
And yeah, but then on the other hand, so we are a bit idealists in a way, yeah. But then on the other hand, we also should be the realists, because we also check whether it is financial feasible.
And you have a risk management team that assessing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of you are there? What kind of size are we talking of in a social bank like Triodos?
Well, Triodos Bank is operating in, I believe, 5 different countries. The Netherlands is the main office and headquarters. In the UK, Germany, Spain, and Belgium. And we're rapidly growing at the moment. So I would say that we're about altogether with 500-600 employees.
Okay, so
altogether.
this is not a small business. This is a.
Well, this is European-wide, let's say. And in the Netherlands, we are with about 400 colleagues. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm seriously considering making the shift to a social bank for my business. For someone else that's from a business that might be watching this, so what kind of services can I expect? Can I get direct debit facilities for my customers? Say I want people to sign up on our website, pay standing orders or direct debit, everything that a normal bank offers?
Yes, also for a business as much as to a private customer, our aim is to offer a full banking product, let's say.
Right.
So we facilitate, you can get a current account, a loan account. On the current account, you could even distinguish who is allowed to make changes on the account, let's say. So if you have a business with financial personnel who also need to take a look at the account and maybe be able to transfer money, you can exactly. We can provide you exactly with the authorizations for every, let's say, employee. So that on one account, 5 people of the businesses may enter, but 2 of them, they may transfer money, and 1 may transfer money up and above 10,000 euros.
Okay, what about online banking? How's your online banking facilities?
Well, yeah, we are an internet bank, so basically all the transactions take place on internet banking. Our website has been renewed last year, so the feedback we got from our clients is that it's very convenient to do, transferring money, which can be all over the world.
So, I mean, we've got the option of having a relationship. We're going to hear from you, but also I've got the option of just sitting there doing everything online. Here's a question for you: what about mobile banking?
Mobile banking? Yeah. No, not possible yet.
Not yet?
No.
Okay, in the future?
I know they're doing some orientations, but I couldn't tell if and when it will be applied.
Okay. All right, well, that's really interesting. I think, I think the perception that a lot of people might have is that there might be some kind of limitations in using a social bank, but from everything that you've said, we can get everything plus actually guide our money. Why don't more people know about this?
Well, I do not have a very clear-cut answer in a way that I would say that money is a very abstract product. And I think consumers are quite focused to concrete products or whatsoever. Money is very, very abstract. You just don't know how the machinery works, and you may feel as a customer that it's out of your control somehow. So although they may know of Triodos Bank, they may still feel that it is too abstract somehow.
So people are attracted to the big brands, but what have we seen with the big brands recently? We've seen that they're... I mean, how have you fared throughout the financial crisis?
Well, yeah.
Have you had a bailout?
No, not at all. No. It has been a very interesting time during the financial and banking crisis. It has been a start of lots of developments.
Really? Okay.
The first one is that people or customers were aware that banks could be vulnerable and that banks may have been using their money, their savings money, for more risky businesses. So it created awareness about the role of banking and perhaps that they were not as responsible as you as a customer would think.
And what effect has that had on your...
A massive effect.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's been a global awakening. And almost, if we don't like to talk about it, but maybe the blessing in disguise of this financial crisis is that people start looking at their money and they start asking questions. And then they find banks which are actually completely different to a lot of the negativity that they're receiving right now.
Yes, indeed. And so awareness that has been creating, and for us that's a major inflow of new customers, let's say. So that is actually, I think, the major shift somehow. Secondly, there also has been, debates about, the future of banking. Where are we going to head to? What should be changed? And
let me ask you that. What is the future of banking? Where do you see social banking in 2020?
Oh well, I would say, going back to the development of, let's say, generally the banking system, is that the banking system, or politicians and stakeholders, they are looking for alternatives. And so far there has been not many alternatives as social banking, let's say. And social banking pretty much is going back to really the core, basic banking. And I think there will be many opportunities for social bankers. And I would, and I cannot predict, but I would say that some major mainstream banks would want to make the shift to social banking.
I mean, I hope that we're not going to see the acquisition of the social banks by the retail banks getting gobbled up into doing completely different stuff. I hope that doesn't happen anyway. Well, I found this really interesting. I think there's I for one would like to discuss some synergy between the areas that we're involved in, which is the peer-to-peer lending and the crowdfunding, and how that relates to social banking, because I think there's a real movement here, and I think is really exciting. And I really look forward to watching this space. And it seems to me that a lot of the social bankers, they're all working in harmony, they're all working in synergy towards a common goal. And it seems to me that there is a movement going on. The financial crisis has provided that ideal catalyst for people to start questioning their money, seeing where their money goes. And social banking seems to be providing that ideal opportunity. And it's great to be here at the Institute for Social Banking. Thank you very much for your time.
All right.